What's Greengrass doing with that animal?
Claude's latest acquisition, that is.
He bought it?
Aye. Thoroughbred too, he reckons. But if you ask me, it's more hunter than racehorse. Still, it might win the odd steeplechase.
He's spreading his newfound wealth around a bit, isn't he?
Unlike some. If Mostyn can get some money from that lot, he's doing better than me.
Is that the Featherstone hauler?
Hippies. Starting a commune in that grand spot, whatever next. Percy Featherstone left it to that drop-out nephew of his.
I thought that place was a ruin.
Well, if it isn't now, it soon will be.
The girl's absolutely no idea what she's doing. No idea at all. And frankly, it is worrying me sick.
Most new mothers have absolutely no idea what they're doing, but they learn pretty quickly.
Eric said sometimes she's not even dressed when he gets home at lunchtime.
Does that really matter? I think you're worrying unduly.
Jack is my only grandchild, Dr. Rowan. Someone's got to do something. If Rita and Eric were to come and live with me, you see, then I could keep an eye on
Mrs.
him.
Doubleday, I appreciate your concern, but Jack's doing fine where he is. He's putting on weight, and the midwife's pleased with his progress. If Rita and Eric want to move in with you, that's entirely up to them, but I can't exert any influence. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Come here.
It's lovely. What's his name?
Agamemnon.
Oh, that's catchy. I love horses.
Do you? Hey, you don't ride, do you?
Me? I've never even been on a rocking horse.
Pretty odd. I'm looking for somebody to give him a bit of exercise.
Roddy Imley's promised to teach me, though.
Roddy, is he that chap who works at the hunt kennels?
Yeah.
Do you know him very well?
Well enough.
There, that it for the day?
I hope so. Why don't people mind their own business and leave me to get on with mine?
Oh, Marjorie Doubleday.
How did you know?
I saw her leaving. She had a word with me about her grandson.
That baby's fine. His mother's feeling the strain a bit. Not that I'm surprised. Marjorie Doubleday has that effect on me, too.
Feeling the pressure of it, are you?
He says with a hint of optimism.
Well, you know, you've only got to ask.
Actually, I've got to pop into Whitby tomorrow. You wouldn't do the afternoon surgery for me, would you?
Yes, of course.
I don't know why you don't up on yourself. I'll give you a leg up.
Oh, dog daft. He collops. He's a thoroughbred, you know. He's a bit highly strung. He'd have me off as soon as look at me.
Go away.
Hey, do you reckon you could have a word with that Roddy Emily? I'll make it worth your while.
Beautiful. Beautiful. This is what I brought us here for. Sky's so big, you just want to sit on the ground, be amazed by it.
Don't you freeze your bum off. How long have we been here, Bob? A week? I've lost track of time. My brain's frozen solid.
Here they come.
Yellow is the color of my true love's here in the morning when we rise. In the morning when we rise, that's the time I love the best.
How'd you get on?
I'm so sorry, but they gave the job to someone else just this morning. I forgot to take the card out of the window.
Don't worry, we'll win them over, I promise.
In the morning when we rise, that's the time.
Dr. Ron! Mrs. Collins, hello.
Hello. Hello. I don't suppose there's any news.
No, not yet, but I'm expecting some results from the lab tomorrow.
Oh, OK. Well, keep your fingers crossed for me.
I will. Call in at the surgery in the morning.
OK. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 I hope for her sake it's positive this time. She's so keen to start a family.
Seems a bit soon to be buying baby things, isn't it?
So what's in it for me, then?
You'll get your cut.
Really? Well, you see, where I come from, we like to see a bit of money up front.
We'll sort something out.
All right. I spoke to Roddy Imlay. He'll meet you first thing in the morning.
I don't know. They come in here. 1 pint each all evening. I'm going to ask them to leave.
Too right. I'm the hog in the fire.
Just do something. I can't stand it.
You can't stand it. How do you think I feel?
Why can't you stop it?
It's not my fault he's crying, is it?
Can't you shut him up?
What do you think I am trying to do?
Got to get some sleep.
Oh, have you? And I haven't, I suppose.
Be reasonable, Rita. Just take him away, calm him down, feed him or wind him or something.
I've done all that, or didn't you even notice?
So why is he crying then?
How should I know, Eric? If I knew that, he wouldn't be crying, would he?
You've got to get some sleep.
I suppose I could go for hours without sleep, days even.
Rita, for God's sake, can't you take him out of here? I've got to go to work tomorrow.
Oh, well, aren't you the lucky one?
I've got the afternoon off tomorrow.
Have you now?
Alex was dying to get his hands on a surgery, so I told him I had to go to Whitby, and he said he'd cover for me.
That was very generous.
Can you come too?
I've got to work the afternoon, love. Aidensfield Police. Yeah? Well, if it's a domestic, I'm afraid there's not much I can do about it, really. Oh, right. Yeah, well, that's different. OK, I'll go around. Thanks. The Doubleday's are rowing again. Hammer and tongs, according to the neighbour. And the baby seems to be involved. Perhaps you should come too.
If you're not having another, would you mind moving on? You've none of you bought a drink in ages.
Well, is there a rule about how long a drink's gotta last?
I've got paying customers waiting to sit down. I'm sorry.
My uncle always used to say you can expect a warm welcome at the Aidensfield Arms.
Well, you've had your warm welcome, haven't you? You've been sitting hogging the fire all night. It's time to give someone else a look in. Ta-ra!
You did right there, George. Idle beggars. They don't work, they don't wash, and they lower the tone of the place.
There's someone at the door, Eric.
You be that man from next door again. Tell him go and mind his own business.
For God's sake, Eric, go and get it yourself.
What?
We've had complaints about the noise.
The baby won't stop crying. What are we supposed to do?
Who is it? Oh, Dr. Rowan.
Can we come in?
Come on, love. Are you coming to bed?
Yeah, in a second. I'm just sorting out the laundry. What's the matter with him?
It's colic. Wind, in other words. His digestive system isn't properly used to food yet. He'll grow out of it soon. You can't be getting much sleep.
He's still waking every 2 hours in the night.
Can you catch up during the day?
He's choking. Oh, there's all the washing and the ironing, and then Eric comes home for his dinner. I didn't expect it to be like this. I don't think I'm going to be able to cope.
Look, there's no point in talking about it now. Come and see me at the surgery in the morning. We'll have a chat. Jack's asleep. You see if you can get some rest too. Go on.
what she expects from me. I come home from work and places like a pigsty. I have to get me own tea.
Well, she has got a new baby to look after.
Little Jack's asleep and Rita's gone back to bed.
Great. Maybe I can get some sleep now.
The important thing, Mr. Doubleday, is that your wife gets some sleep.
What?
If that baby so much as whimpers during the night, I want you to get up and see to him. And I want you to give him his early morning feed so that Rita can have a lie-in.
But I've got to go to work.
I'm sure your mother won't mind if you're a bit late at the shop. And anyway, Jack will have you up in plenty of time to give him his bottle.
Blue's the color of the sky in the morning when we rise. In the morning when we rise, that's the time I love the best. Green's the color of the sparkling corn in the morning when we rise.
Come on, you're supposed to be the one looking after the fire. Where's the wood?
When we rise, that's the time.
Jim,
that's the time.
Wake up. Time to face the material world. Shopping. Oh, no. I thought that's what we're trying to get away from.
Can I come?
Sure. Check it with your mum first. Make sure it's all right.
When I see her, that's the time. That's the time. I love the best.
And off you go. Go. Nice hand.
What do you think you're playing at, Claude?
A bit of training. Good, ain't he, eh? Lovely mover.
Well, you can't do that here. It's a public place.
Exactly, Constable. Public. So what's to stop me?
I am, for a start.
You better go and do a bit of homework, then. Look, there's nothing to stop my horse passing and repassing on a public highway. No wrong with that.
Well, there is if it's dangerous.
Ah. No, but who's to say it's dangerous?
That horse is galloping.
Galloping? Look, you can't stop my horse going for a gentle stroll. I mean, if he happens to break into a canter now and again, he's still not going any faster than most of the cars that come up this way.
Well, Blaketon won't stand for it.
I'll have to sit down then, won't he?
Whoops. So didn't Eric get up to feed Jack?
He said he were going to, but he fell back to sleep. Anyway, I had to iron his shirts for him. I didn't get it done yesterday.
You could do with some help at home. What about your family?
They live too far away.
I saw Eric's mother yesterday. Won't you let her give you a hand?
I'll not have that woman anywhere near me. I used to be Miss Doubleday's Saturday girl. She liked me well enough then when I were a skivvy, buttering up all her customers for her. But then I started seeing Eric. She dropped me like a hot potato. I wasn't good enough for him.
How long have you been married?
Just over 6 months. When she found out I was pregnant, she blamed me for everything. I think she thought Eric had nothing to do with it. I trapped him, you see.
But she's fond of the baby.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing she'd like better than to take him over. I took her little boy away, so she wants to get her claws into mine. But I won't let her. He's mine.
Oh, Eric! Look at you. You haven't had a wink, have you, poor love?
Well, we did get a couple of hours, eventually.
Whatever is that girl thinking of? When I had you, your father never even knew you were there. And what about the baby? That was my little Jack.
Fine. When he's not bawling his head off.
Oh, I do wish you'd bring him over to me. I could look after him. You can't go on like this, can you? Rita can't cope, it's obvious.
I'll pop in and see you later. See how you're getting on.
Thank you, Dr. Rowan.
You next, Mrs. Collins.
Yes.
Well? I'm afraid the tests come back negative again, Sarah.
No. But I must be. I'm over a month late.
I'm sorry, it's definitely negative.
But this time I was so certain. What's wrong with me? We've been married over 7 years. That's not fair. Everyone else seems to have a baby. Why not me? I mean, people keep saying, isn't it time? Graham's mother looks at me like I'm doing it on purpose. I'm starting to feel like a freak.
Does your husband know how you feel?
No. We don't discuss that sort of thing. Besides, he's away travelling a lot. He's a salesman.
We could do some tests. See if there's a problem with you. Or with your husband.
With Graham?
Ah, Benner returns. Layton wants to have a word with you about your chariot race.
Has he heard about that?
PC Rowan, will you kindly explain to me how your beat has become a practice track for the Grand National?
It's Greengrass, Sarge. He's training a racehorse up and down the high street.
Then stop him.
Well, it's not as simple as that, Sarge. I don't know what offence he's committing.
There's a book full of offences. Surely you can find something in there. Reckless riding without due care and attention, something like that.
Yeah, but he isn't riding, Sarge. It's a public highway. If his horse keeps going up and down it, no matter how fast, I don't see what we can do to stop him.
I don't care how you stop him. Just do it. And don't listen to any of his tripe.
Oi, what do you think you're doing? Me. Rubbish, you're stealing. Come here. Come. Come here, you little. Ah! You little. Right. Come on. Get in there. He bit me. He bloody bit me.
I'll call the police.
We must be able to nail him for something.
If he isn't breaking any law, we can't.
Here we are. Riding Establishments Act, 1964. It's an offence to keep a riding establishment without a licence from the local authority.
Well, one horse isn't exactly an establishment, is it?
Well, there was a jockey as well, you said.
No, that'll never stand up in court.
As for the police. Yes, Mrs. Doubleday.
You're too late. He's climbed out of the window. He'll be back with those layabouts by now.
Well, I knew they'd moved into Featherstone Hall. It's the first I've heard of any trouble.
Oh, you must have had complaints. You're obviously not talking to the right people. They're not even proper customers. They never buy anything. They just hang around. And now they've started stealing.
I thought you said the lad didn't actually take anything.
Not for want of trying. Andy bit me finger.
Oh, dear.
And they've got no money, of course, because they don't work. They're just parasites living off other people's goodwill. You know, really, Constable, it oughtn't to be allowed.
But it's hardly a police matter. I'm afraid there's not much I can do.
Well, you mark my words. This is just the start of it.
I'm not having this. I'm going to go and sort him out.
No, Jim, don't start any trouble.
Look, he can't get away with it locking up a kid like that.
Listen, I got a much better idea. It might make us some money. Come on.
Alf, that lot's starting a commune up at Featherstone Hall.
Old Percy Featherstone's nephew and his pals?
Yeah, have we had any complaints about them?
No, not to my knowledge, no.
Rowan! Town Police Clauses Act, 1847.
Sorry, Sarge?
Declares the following to be offences: the cleaning, exercising, training or breaking of any animal on a street or public thoroughfare to the annoyance, obstruction or danger of passers-by. So, come with me, watch and witness how it should be done.
How dare you discuss our private life with her like that? It's none of my business.
Yeah, but she is my doctor, Graham.
She doesn't know what she's flaming on about. Saying I'm not up to it.
She didn't say that. She just said they could do some tests. Graham?
No one's coming anywhere near me to test anything. I'm not having a debate about it. And I don't want you seeing her again, all right?
But if you've got a low sperm count...
I have not got a low sperm count. Or anything else your bloody lady doctor might like to dream up. There's nothing wrong with me. If you've got a problem, you go and get yourself sorted. But leave me out of it! Sarah! Sarah!
Right, Claude, it's opening time. I've got my proper job to go to now. But remember, I'm on for a share of your winnings.
Keep your voice down.
But not any of your fines. I think the law's finally caught up with you. See you later.
I brought some moral support, have you, Constable?
Greengrass, you do realise that under the Town Police Clauses Act 1847, it's an offence to train or exercise an animal on a street or public thoroughfare to the endangerment of passers-by. This is no laughing matter, Greengrass.
It is, you know. It's just that you don't get it yet. Because that act don't apply here. It might do in big towns like Ashfordley, but even there it has to be adopted by the local council. And it hasn't been, because I've checked. Right, Emily, we'd better get the horse washed down.
In the chilly hours and minutes of uncertainty, I wanna be in the warm hold of your love is mine. To feel you all around me and to take your hand along the sand. Now that I may as well try and catch the wind.
When sundown pales the sky, I want to hide a while behind your smile. And everywhere
don't stare, it's rude.
Your eyes are fine. If I made to love you now, would be the sweetest thing. 'Twould make me sing. But I may as well try and catch the wind.
Look, they're doing it deliberately. They're stopping people coming in. And that little wretch is grinning at me. Well, go on, do something about it.
Oh, when sundown fills the sky, I want to ride a while behind your smile. Everywhere I look, your eyes are fine. For me to love you now would be the sweetest thing. Would make me say, ah, but I may as well try and catch the wind.
Good God. Greengrass is right.
Nick, nip round to Doubledays, will you? Hmm?
Oh, not again.
When rain has hung the leaves with tears, I want you near to kill my fears, to help me to leave
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to move along.
Well, don't you like the music?
Well, I think it's great, but you're causing an obstruction.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe if we just move along a bit.
I'm sorry, but that's it for today.
Come on, we're not doing any harm. We're just trying to earn a living, like you.
You're not going to get fat on that, are you?
You want to get yourself some proper work like respectable people.
Well, respectable people like you how to go picking on innocent kids.
Innocent? He's a thief.
What did you say?
All right, come on, Mrs. Double.
Come on, forget it. Don't you think that's the end of it?
All right.
Rita, is the baby all right? You don't usually come in the shop.
I'll come to see Eric.
Yes, all right, dear. I simply asked, is the baby all right?
I said he's fine. He's outside. Leave him alone. I don't want him poked at.
Rita, she's his grandmother.
I've said no. All right. I'm his mother. I know what's best for him, and I don't want anyone interfering.
No one's interfering.
No, it's all right, Eric. I don't have to stay here and be insulted. I'll be at home if you want me.
I am not having a crowing over me and telling me what I'm doing wrong. I'm sick of it.
Thinking about the times you drove in my car. Thinking that I might have drove you too far.
Sarah? Sarah, love?
Thinking about the love that you laid on my table.
Baby. It's your mother. It's your bloody mother. She's taken the baby!
Come on, come on. I want some ideas.
Oh, here we are. Highways Act 1872. Drunk in charge of a horse on the highway.
That'll only work if he's leading the horse, not if somebody else is riding it.
Yeah, in any case, he's hardly likely to take it down the pub. Ashfordley Police. Hello, Mrs. Doubleday.
I know it may be difficult, Ventris.
All right.
I left him in the pram outside and she walked off with him, that's what. She doesn't think I'm a thick mother.
Oh, that's not true.
She couldn't wait to get her hands on him. Eric doesn't think I should have called the police, but she can't just take him like that, can she?
Well, not without permission, no.
You'll have to come with me to get him back. Make her realise what she's done. God, it's wicked!
Rita, love, is all this necessary? I'll phone Mum again and see if she's home yet.
She'll never listen to you, she never does!
First things first, eh? We need to find the baby, then we can take it from there. You better shut up shop.
I want to see Dr. Rowan.
Well, I'm afraid she's not here this afternoon. If I can be any help, I could see you at the end of surgery.
Ah, yeah. Maybe that would be for the best.
Now, let me do the talking, all right?
Okay.
What is it? What's happened?
Where is he? What have you done with him?
What do you mean?
You know bloody well what I mean. Give him back.
Have you got Jack with you, Mrs. Doubleday?
No, of course I haven't.
She's lying.
Was he in his pram when you left?
Yes, I didn't touch him. Rita didn't want me to wake him.
Can I use your phone?
Oh, God, where is he then?
Did you see anybody around when you left the shop?
It's those hooligans from Featherstone Hall. They must have seen me with him. You heard them threaten me this morning. They've taken him. They must have.
Fancy leaving you outside the shop like that in your pram.
It's not much of a life, is it? Hmm? Babies like you shouldn't be left on their own, now should they? No. We're going to have a lovely afternoon, you and me. Yes, we are. Yes. Come on.
Eric Doubleday locked one of their kids in his storeroom this morning. His mum reckons that they took the baby. Some sort of vendetta.
Well, that's a bit extreme, Rowan. Still, you never can tell with these layabouts. You just have to see what they got to say for themselves.
I don't believe it myself.
This test, what is it exactly?
Oh, it's perfectly straightforward in your case. Just a question of sending a sample off to the lab.
So you mean there's no operation or anything?
Good heavens, no.
And no one need know the results?
Just you and your wife. And, of course, Dr. Rowan. You know, I think you'd be making a mistake not to trust her. I know that she'll be very supportive. More supportive than most. Well, think about it. Talk it over with your wife.
It's not that easy, you know.
It's important that you try.
The baby was last seen outside Doubleday's General Stores. Shortly after P.C. Rowan here moved you on. Now, did you see him? Or the pram he was in?
No. We didn't see anything. We came straight back.
You were heard making threats to the baby's grandmother shortly before his disappearance.
Oh, yeah, and the Doubledays are saying we took the baby.
No one's saying anything. We just need to question everyone who was in the vicinity.
If this is your idea of a prank or a practical joke, then I suggest you hand over that baby straight away. Otherwise, you'll all be in big trouble.
You must think we're crazy. We didn't take any baby. That's a girl. You can check if you like.
That won't be necessary.
You stamp all over my home, accuse my friends, upset their children. That's all right, that's what we expect from you. Believe me, we're used to it. But Mr. Blaketon, don't try and make us feel freedom is some sort of privilege. It's a right. You've got it. He's got it. We've got it too.
Have you finished?
See? It's lovely and snug. Yes. Yes, it is.
Hey, shouldn't you be writing some of this down? I mean, they're obviously after Agamemnon.
Sorry.
I might as well be talking to myself. The horse thieves! I mean, they've already nicked his blanket, haven't they? And if he hadn't have been with me, they'd have had him and all.
Oh, I see. Agamemnon's a horse. I thought you got a strange religion for a minute.
It's no laughing matter, you know, Ventress. I mean, he's valuable bloodstock. He's three-quarter thoroughbred hunter.
Well, you better be quick if you're going to catch the 3:30 at Weatherby this afternoon.
Call CID.
Sergeant Blaketon, I want to make an official complaint. I've come in here to report about a gang of horse thieves, and all your underling can do is take the mickey.
Get lost, Greengrass.
Oh, thank you, Sergeant Blaketon. It's a brand new blanket they've nicked, you know. And they've had a load of milk, you know. I want them arrested and charging.
If you don't leave my station now, Greengrass, someone will be charging me for manslaughter.
Hang on, Sarge. When was this?
Less than an hour ago.
Where?
Right outside my front door.
Milk and a blanket. We should follow this up.
I've told her the police are setting up a thorough search. It's only a matter of time.
And there'll be a reward for whoever finds him, £100.
The police will get him back, reward or no reward.
Is Rita all right?
Just about. She's suffering from nervous exhaustion. Shock hasn't helped, but she should never have been allowed to get this tired.
I know. I don't think Eric's been much help to her these past few weeks.
I don't think any of you have. Goodbye.
Right, follow the dog, and I'll be on the top road.
Hey, it were a brand new blanket, you know. It's not rubbish.
How long did Dr. Rowan say Rita would sleep after that injection?
Hour or so?
I'd no idea she'd been under such a strain. Oh, come on, Eric. Let's tidy this place up.
It's been a lovely afternoon, hasn't it? They wouldn't believe us, though, would they? If we told them. They wouldn't let me keep you. No. My own little baby. Yes. So, I'm going to have to say goodbye.
Excuse me. Is your husband in?
Oh, I'm afraid not. And I don't know when he'll be back. Can I help?
It's my wife. She's gone missing. I came home from work and she wasn't there.
Oh, yes?
We had a big Barney this morning and she ran off. She's not been back since. She came to see you about us not being able to have a baby. She wanted me to have a test and I had a right go at her. I didn't mean it.
Your wife's Sarah Collins.
Yeah.
I think you'd better come in for a minute.
Need someone's hand to lead me through the night. I need someone's arms to hold and squeeze me tight.
They look nice, don't they? They'll look after you till your mum comes to fetch you. Yes.
Because I need. Come on, kids, time to go in.
Yeah, Sarah, come on, let's eat. Oh, right.
I need some lips.
Come on.
To feel next to mine. I need someone to stand up and tell me when I'm lying. And when the lights are low and it's time to go, that's when I need your love so
Bye-bye, little one.
Alf, it's Kate. I need to get hold of Nick quite urgently. Can you get him to call me?
Well, I'll do my best, Kate, but he's out on a search. Hold on. Nick, can you give your wife a call? It's urgent.
What do you think's the matter with her, Doctor?
Sometimes when someone's desperate to have a baby, they can get... I suppose the word is obsessed. And it makes them behave out of character. Do things they wouldn't normally do.
And if she has taken the baby, what will happen to her?
I don't know. But if she has, she's going to need help. Excuse me. Hello? Nick, can you come home straight away? I've got Sarah Collins' husband with me. I think she may have the baby.
Bob, Jim, come here quick.
Must be the missing baby.
Oh, this has to be a setup.
Don't be daft. People around here might have it in for us. They couldn't be that sick.
They'll soon point the finger if we turn up holding him.
Well, we can't just leave him here, can we? And his mother, she must be frantic.
Well, it all seems to add up. Chances are she's still wandering around the moor somewhere. I'll have to report her missing.
She's probably feeling very confused.
Is she going to go to prison?
But the most important thing is to find her. You go home and wait there. If she does turn up, call me or Ashfordley Police Station immediately.
Right. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I just hope we're right about this.
He's never coming back, is he? It's a punishment to me. Isn't it? I wasn't a good enough mother.
Oh, nonsense. You were the best mum Jack could want. It's Eric and I that haven't been good enough. We haven't been much help to you, dear, have we?
I'm sorry. I've been so tired, I thought everyone was thinking I couldn't cope.
Oh, come on. You'll see Jack will be coming through that door at any minute. He doesn't want to see his mum like this now, does he?
I know it sounds bizarre, but we found him in the garden.
It's all right. He's not been out there long enough to get cold. And I've just given him some milk.
Well, come through to the kitchen. It's warmer in there.
Well, it just appeared.
Yeah. Before you go getting any weird ideas, we haven't been hiding in there under the stairs all this time.
I didn't think you had.
Good.
Alf, it is Nick. The baby's been found.
Sarah, love, where have you been? I've been so worried.
Oh, I can't tell you how good it feels to have him back.
Well, he doesn't seem to have come to any harm.
Oh, it's such a relief, really. I can't thank you both enough. We put up a reward. Who do we owe it to?
The commune at Featherstone Hall.
Really? Oh, well, I better go and see them in the morning.
Constable, you wanted on the phone.
Yeah, you take him.
Hello, treasure.
She hardly said a word when she came in. She just collapsed.
Did she mention the baby?
Yeah. She just said she would never have hurt him. She just wanted to know what it felt like.
I think we'd better take her into hospital now.
Talk to me at night. I don't want you to worry, baby. I know we can make everything alright. Listen to my plea, baby. Bring it to me, because I need your love so bad.
Constable Ron, what a pleasure.
Mrs. Doubleday wanted a lift.
Yes, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for the unpleasantness and to pass on the reward.
What reward?
It's £100 for bringing the baby home.
What did you think we were gonna do? Keep him? We don't need your money, Mrs. Doubleday. Thanks, but no thanks.
I don't understand.
No, none of you do. What did you think we were doing here at the Hall? We were trying to lead a better life. Your money's not important to us. Anyway, we're going.
Are you going for good?
Yep. This builder made me an offer for the Hall. Well, it makes more sense than us sticking around here freezing to death over the winter. So, you can tell Mr. Blaketon he's won his little battle, but I'm afraid he's gonna lose the campaign.
You waiting for somebody, Claude?
I might be.
You might have to wait a long time. I've just had a word with Roddy Imlay about the Highways Act 1835. Well, he wouldn't want to let himself in for a £20 fine now, would he?
Have you just nobbled his jockey?
What, me?